Ladies and gentlemen, this is joinDOTA, and we're accompanied by Pajkatt, the captain of Team Tinker. Pajkatt, thank you for the interview.
No problem.
So, you obviously are looking quite happy because you just 2-0'd the Sneaky Nyx Assassins, and I think it was quite a tease because you have a little bit of feud going on with them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's anything between Boba and them, but I don't know. I think it's might be a bit hyped.
Okay. Well, you 2-0'd SNA, and both times you picked up the Necrolyte, or Necrophos, how he's now called. This hero has seen a surprising amount of play in the last couple of weeks. Why is he so successful? Why teams rely on him so much?
I think it's because in this patch, people play around a lot with buybacks, and when you buy eggs, you can't buy back anymore. So if you almost all games go to late game, and so this hero gets picked up, and then in late game he decides the game by ulting one guy, and then he's gone, and he can't buy back, and then you just win the game. Pretty much that's how it works.
Okay, ahead of you lies quite a tough opponent. It's Na'Vi. You will face them tomorrow. How are you going to prepare for that?
I think we're just gonna go back and we're gonna watch some of their recent games and try to look at what they play and see if we can figure out something that will be useful against them.
Do you actually think you face your toughest opponent tomorrow, or would you say who's the strongest team in the competition?
I really can't say. I think it's a day-to-day thing. One day one team could be strong, another day it's another team. So I have no idea.
Okay. Speaking a little bit of a strength of teams, what are your own team's strengths and weaknesses? What would you say you lack or maybe you excel at?
Is this something I should be talking about? I don't know. I'm not so sure.
You can talk about the strengths, I guess.
Wow. I think we're good at killing creeps. Yeah, we got that going for us, which is nice.
Okay. Actually, I'm nearly finished, but I have a couple of questions. You often switch around the lanes, like you and Sing Sing. You often play like 1 or 2 or 3, depending on which hero. Mm-hmm. Do you think this might be a better concept than to have static lanes, like one player that always plays carry or always plays mid?
I definitely do. I think the system with 1, 2, 3 players, the idea is quite outdated, or playing lanes at least, I think is quite outdated. I think you play heroes nowadays. The cores, you can swap around between the cores, and even to some extent cores and supports, because people play good on heroes. They don't necessarily play good in a lane, and if you only play lanes as well, then the enemy gets a really easy time reading and predicting your lanes, etc. So I think switching around is much more beneficial, because it'll throw the enemy off and it'll put you at advantage because of your players playing their comfortable heroes.
Back at DreamHack, we asked a lot of people who is going to be the next big hero, who is underutilized, and they answered Skywrath, and suddenly Skywrath is on top of the pick chart. What's your guess for the next big hero?
Wow. That's tough. I think it all depends on who gets, it's really hard to say. Necrolyte obviously is one of those heroes, unless you consider him already to be the next thing, then I'd say Necrolyte. I think just the standard, some Necrophos, Wisp is obviously still a hero that's played a lot, but I think just the standard heroes. I don't think there's anything very special incoming soon, but you never know.
Okay, well then, thank you for the interview. Do you want to give any shout-outs or announce where people can find you, Twitter, Facebook?
All right. Shout out to our sponsors, 100TB, our sponsor, and shout out to my friends and family, and shout out to all my fans. And you can find me at Pajkatt at Twitter. Thank you.
Okay, this is joinDOTA, and more to come.